What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. And Dima, do me a favor, man. Dima, give me like some Brazilian instrumental music. Yeah, man. So you guys know that Brazil is actually a pretty cool place. I was actually there. In fact, 2018, Dima actually edited the video that I was at in Copacabana Beach and chilling and stuff like that. And I had a really good time in Brazil. And at the time I went, my boy Aaron Ferris of Black Men's Travels, I'll give him a round of applause. He wasn't even a YouTuber, but now he has like over 10,000 subscribers. He runs a very successful Facebook group. And, I was over there in the group today when I saw this particular post, okay? So, actually it wasn't his group, but it was screenshotted and reposted there. This brother goes, "Day music. Anyone in Rio, Brazil or in the surrounding area visiting next month." So stop the show. So everybody knows, like, since the late 80s, at that time, it was really upper class African-American men that could afford to go to Brazil at that time. It was more of a higher class type of man than you see today. Flights have become a little bit more or less expensive. So you have more of your middle class or lower middle class. Some guys can, do Forex and things like that, but still relatively, guys who have, had really good blue collar careers. Like Brother Al Grease is there. A lot of talented guys are still there, right, in that Brazilian community. And so a lot of African-American men have been going there for the last 32, 33 years, okay? And a lot of women in the Black community have despised it. A lot of women, there's a hit piece on Ebony a few years back that talked about, successful Black men going to Brazil and, just taking advantage of women because of the price and stuff like that. But interestingly enough, what I find funny is that a lot of these men that are going to Brazil are some of the men that some of these sisters don't want. Some of these guys can be older. Some of these guys, could have certain academic careers. And some of these guys have had a lot of dating problems. So they go to Brazil. Many times they're not disrespecting African-American women. I know Al Grease, who's currently in Brazil right now, he don't even tolerate that kind of stuff. He don't, talk bad about Black women in America. He just does his thing. That's kind of most guys that I know to go to Brazil. They don't talk bad about Black women or whatever. They're just over there living their life. But a lot of times, sisters in the Black community get upset that African-American men are going to Brazil. And you see it with this particular comment below, right? And you see this sister who looking like Mookie Blaylock with dreads. I can't get a, "Oh my God" sound effect.
Oh my God.
And she goes, "Evil music.
You going to find a non-Black woman to value you?"
And you see that she had 13 likes, okay? And then the other sister goes, "Evil music.
They're going to value his income and potential ability to get her a U.S. citizenship.
Now, if you look at what she looks like, this chick right here, we will blur her face. I mean, obviously she got a little Lizzo look and them high ass eyebrows. She is not really that cute, and I can see why she's mad. But this is the whole thing, and I'm not really a Brazil type of guy. I went there before, and I didn't really see the hype about it. Never been to Colombia, but I had a good time. But I will defend these Black men's rights to go do their thing in Rio, right? And let me just say this, why is that some sisters have a problem with these guys? I know most sisters don't even care, but you have certain sisters, why y'all mad?
Huh?
Okay? I think that I understand why they're mad, because they know that Brazilian women, on average, now, I mean, I've been in, countries that are not the United States, but on average, they're going to be more traditional with respect to respecting the man, serving the man, cooking for a man, all of that. All right. Women in Black America are more prone to believing that, I'm not saying all of them, but they're more prone to think like, well, if I cater to a man, that's being a pick me, or, this guy, I'm not going to, do this for him, cook and clean. I'm not a maid. That's what maids do. So you're going to, I don't really need a man. I can be a single mom and do bad about myself. That narrative it's more common in Black America. And then for the women that don't think like that, I mean, it's hard to find them as much, or at least for their vocality on social media, because if they come out and back a message that, hey, they would like to do that too, be in their natural femininity, then, other people will attack them. So Black men are going to other places and just trying to experience life. I know for me, for a fact, I feel a lot more better when I'm in Uganda. Even when I was in Brazil, it was a lot more, nicer. And I lived in Uganda for a whole year, and the experiences for me were a lot different and more, for my liking than in the United States. And a lot of times it don't have to do with money, because a lot of people think that just because you're a foreigner and you're in a different country that women want your money. Now, obviously, if you're an American, that is attractive, right? But there are many women who don't care about your money because it's still your money, right? Just like there are women in America that don't care about your money. There are women in Brazil that don't care about your money. Now, there are brothers that go out and deal with these ladies who are, streetwalkers, and that's common. But for a woman who is looking for the bottom line, I think women are looking for all the same things across the world: respect, care, some sort of love, understanding, and provision. That's women in general, And as far as the non-Black woman thing, I don't know if she understands, but Brazil has like the highest African descent out of any place on the earth that's not in Africa. You see a lot of Afro-Brazilian women. And the thing about it is that I think a lot of women are intimidated by some of the women that are overseas. Women overseas, like when I was in Brazil, I didn't see a whole lot of weave, if I saw any. You saw a lot of sisters that were very beautiful. They had nice bodies. Now, you did see some people that were out of shape, whatever. But the guys from America are not going to be typically dealing with that. You saw a lot of sisters, or a lot of women in general, that were nice. A lot of guys getting home cooked meals. A lot of guys are receiving that kind of treatment in Colombia. And, and the reality is that if Black men can go and get another woman of another nationality, or let's say culture, that is better than what they're getting here, there's going to be a problem. Now, don't get me wrong. I think that, Black men, if they were more successful in America, they could change the tide on some of the women that are more willing to do so. But on average, I can't hate on guys because they want to go to Brazil, or they want to go to Colombia, or they want to go to Uganda. Now, I do know there are problems in those communities with certain dudes, and I've talked about that on this channel. But it's just hating. And even if it was in the States, if a guy starts dealing with a Brazilian woman in the United States, they're talking about it. A white woman in the United States, they're talking about it. Why don't we address the real issue in the room? Why are Black men dealing with non-African American women in the first place? See, people think that, they don't have to compete. That's the problem in America. You don't have to compete for your men. Yes, you do. Black men have to compete for we all compete whether you like it or not. Earning salary. That's why they have rankings. Okay, you're competing. People say they're just competing against themselves. They're not competing against anybody. You're a goddamn lie. Everybody competes in this life. Somebody is ranking. You're gonna fall somewhere whether you like it or not. And if you don't want to compete for your men, then they're gonna leave. People are not gonna stick with you just because you're Black. People are gonna stick with you because you're good. And I think a lot of women don't understand the competitiveness of keeping a man. There are not many wealthy guys in the Black American community, not many guys that are just like, over the top or whatever. And so when you get a chance to be around a guy that's going to be stable, is going to be committed, maybe you don't understand how to appreciate it and somebody else does in another country, then it's your loss, But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe at the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirt. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.